Welcome to Storied Audio. In high school, Emily had been the quiet girl with the loudest crush. She wasn't dramatic about it. No love notes slipped into lockers, no confessions scribbled on notebook paper. She simply liked him. The way he laughed with his friends. The way he held the door for teachers. The way he seemed to glow with a confidence she never had. And Jake, he wasn't cruel. He wasn't arrogant. He just didn't see her. Not really. Not in the way she wished he would. Years passed. Life happened. Emily married young, had a daughter, and divorced young too. She worked hard, loved harder, and built a life that was small but steady. Jake built something too, a business that took off faster than he ever expected. He stayed single, partly because he was busy, partly because nothing ever felt right. One rainy Thursday afternoon, fate shoved them back together. Emily was in the grocery store, hair in a messy bun, wearing a hoodie that had survived too many laundry cycles. She was comparing prices on cereal when she heard a familiar voice behind her. "Emily? Emily Carter!" She froze, slowly turned, and there he was, Jake Thompson. Older, broader, sharper jaw, same warm eyes. "Oh," she said, because her brain forgot how words worked. "Hi." He smiled like he'd just found something he didn't know he'd lost. "Wow. It's been forever." "Yeah," she said, already turning her card away. "Good to see you." "Wait. Emily, hold on." She stopped, mostly because he sounded genuinely happy to see her, and that confused her enough to pause. "Could we talk? Catch up a little? It's been a long time." She blinked at him. "You want to talk to me?" He laughed softly. "Yeah. Why wouldn't I?" She didn't answer. But 10 minutes later, they were sitting in the small cafe inside the store, 2 coffees between them. "You know," she said, stirring her drink, "I'm shocked you even recognized me." "Of course I recognized you," he said. "You look the same. Just stronger. Happier." She snorted. "Happier? I'm divorced." He winced. "Sorry. I didn't mean." "It's fine." She sighed. "But since we're being honest, it did hurt, you know. Back then. You never noticed me. I tried. I really did." Jake's face softened, regret settling into his expression. "Emily, I was stupid. I didn't see a lot of things I should have. I wish I'd gotten to know you." She didn't know what to do with that, so she just nodded. When they stood to leave, he handed her a business card. "Call me, or text me. I'd like to see you again." She took it. She smiled politely, and she absolutely did not plan on calling him. 3 weeks later, her car died on the side of the road. Her daughter, Lily, needed to be picked up from school in 20 minutes. Emily had no family nearby, no close friends, no backup plan. Her phone contacts stared back at her like a list of people who couldn't help. Except one. She hesitated, then dialed. He answered on the second ring. "Emily, everything okay?" "My car died," she said, embarrassed. "I need to get my daughter. I'm sorry, I didn't know who else to call." "No problem," he said instantly. "Text me your location. I'm on my way." He showed up faster than she expected, pulling up beside her with the window down. "You all right?" he asked. "Yeah, just annoyed." "Hop in. We'll get Lily." On the drive, she kept glancing at him. He looked different, not just older, kinder, calmer, like life had sanded down the rough edges. When they reached the school, Lily climbed in the back seat and immediately asked, "Who are you?" Jake smiled at her in the rearview mirror. "I'm a friend of your mom's." Emily raised an eyebrow. "We're friends." He cleared his throat, working on it. Lily, who had no filter whatsoever, leaned forward. "Do you like my mom?" Jake nearly choked. Well, she's very nice." Emily covered her face. "Lily, please." But Lily kept going, firing questions at him like a tiny interrogator. "What do you do? Do you have pets? Why is your hair like that? Do you like dinosaurs?" He answered every single one, and had her giggling by the time they reached home. After they got out, Emily said, "Do you know anyone who can look at my car?" He rubbed the back of his neck. "Actually, I already called someone while you were inside the school. They picked it up." She stared at him. "You what?" "It'll be fixed soon." "Jake, I didn't even ask you to do that." "You needed help." She didn't know what to say, so she handed him her number. "Text me when you hear anything." He smiled. "I will." 2 days later, her car was returned, running better than it had in years. And the bill? 0. She called him immediately. Jake, did you pay for my car? Yeah. Why? You needed it. And I wanted to. She sat on her couch, stunned. You didn't have to do that. I know, he said softly, but I wanted to. That night, Lily climbed into her lap and asked, Mom, when do we get to see Jake again? Emily's heart did a weird, fluttery thing. Why do you want to see him? He's funny, and he listens, and he likes dinosaurs. Emily laughed. Those are good reasons. But later, lying in bed, she realized something. She wanted to see him again, too. And she did. Coffee turned into lunch. Lunch turned into dinners. Dinners turned into him helping Lily with homework, fixing things around the house, and making Emily laugh in ways she hadn't in years. Slowly, carefully, she fell in love with him. One evening, after he tucked Lily into bed with a story about a heroic T-Rex, Emily found him in the kitchen washing dishes. You don't have to do that, she said. He shrugged. I like helping. She stepped closer. Jake! He turned. Yeah, you really changed. He smiled gently. Maybe I just finally saw what I should have seen all along. She kissed him then, soft, grateful, a little shaky. He kissed her back like he'd been waiting years. They became a family slowly, naturally, beautifully. And one day Lily announced at school, I have 2 parents now. My mom and Jake. He's not my dad yet, but he will be. Emily nearly fainted when the teacher told her. But when she told Jake, he just smiled, eyes warm. She's not wrong. Emily laughed, cried, and kissed him all at once. Because somehow, the boy who never noticed her in high school became the man who saw her better than anyone ever had. Subscribe to the channel for more audio stories.